Hey everybody, this is 4Ice Counters coming to you with another brief Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today I want to kind of get my thoughts out there on the Maliss deck, specifically the Bystial package, more specifically whether or not I think Bystial Druiswurm is going to be banned, limited or semi-limited in the upcoming ban list. I think that's scheduled for probably the YCS in Vegas or around that time. That's in March. I'm currently a Maliss player, for better or worse. I run one Druiswurm in my deck, along with one Magnamut and 3 Baldrake. I was thinking about buying 2 more copies of Druiswurm because right now that is just such a popular way to play the deck, and it makes sense. Decks far beyond Maliss are including at least 1 copy of Druiswurm in their deck because it's a very powerful card. And there are a lot of light and dark monsters roaming the graveyards, whether it's the Fiendsmith package or things like that, that the Druiswurm can help you banish those cards from graveyard. For Maliss, it can serve as an extender and keep your own engine running. And so what I was thinking about is that besides the fact this is a generically powerful card, is do I want to invest $40+ in 2 more copies? And it kind of seems like, maybe small stakes for some, but, for me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a hobby. And any time I'm going to spend $40 on 2 cards, I want to at least be mindful of whether or not that's a good investment. Not like a stock market investment, but like, am I going to buy these 2 cards and then not have a way to play them because the card got limited? And so, it's really interesting to think about with Druiswurm being limited or not, is that they are printing in Alliance Insight in May a Maliss card that will, for all intents and purposes, serve as sort of like a watered down Bystial. Its first effect during the main phase: if this card is in hand, quick effect, you can banish 1 other Maliss card from your hand or graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. So that's a really powerful effect. Now granted, 600 attack is nowhere near as powerful as the Bystial's attack, and its second ability and third ability are not nearly as powerful as the Druiswurm's ability to pop a card on your opponent's side of the field when it's sent to graveyard. And so that got me thinking about how I think Konami's plan is to continue finding ways to limit, semi-limit, or ban generically powerful cards so that they can print archetype-specific alternatives. I think that makes a lot of sense from a business perspective and a game design perspective, is if every deck is running at least 1 copy of Druiswurm because it's just generically powerful and it doesn't hurt you to do so. I think that's the type of card that Konami wants to take seriously, is not wanting to have, no cap on in terms of its presence in the game. So I think it makes a lot of sense that the card could go down to 1 in the upcoming ban list. I've also seen arguments that it might get reprinted, or maybe it's already confirmed that it will be reprinted, and I just missed that update. If it gets reprinted in April, well, that probably means it's not getting banned or limited in March. But then the Alliance Insight support is coming in May. So the timing of this is all very interesting. I think there'd be a stronger case to limit the card in May after reprinting it and releasing Maliss support in March and April. Right now, the card is selling for $20+ a copy, at least in terms of US dollars, way up year over year from last year when it was selling for $5-6 a copy. So Konami's definitely made money off this card, and there's a lot of hype around it, rightfully so. Hakuna Maidata, a really good YouTuber, had a recent video on survey results for ban list predictions. As you can see, Druiswurm, from a survey of about 300 players ranging from very casual to very competitive, more than half of them think the card will be limited in March. And I think that's something to pay attention to. It doesn't mean those people are right, but it certainly means that we want to be mindful as Yu-Gi-Oh! Players and consumers of where we put our money. So I think for now I'm going to hold off on purchasing any additional copies until that banned list comes out, and we'll kind of go from there. Best of luck.